Hello everyone, and welcome to my Sister Wives Today channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. 82K mobile home, Sister Wives Janelle's questionable spending habits before and after Kody split. Few plotlines on Sister Wives have sparked as much interest, perplexity, and debate as Janelle Brown's puzzling financial decisions, particularly her decision to spend $82,000 on a mobile home after splitting from Kody Brown. On the surface, it may appear to be a practical, minimalist decision. But for committed fans and long-standing viewers of the hit TLC series, this spending decision signaled the start of a financial plotline that produced far more concerns than answers. Janelle's spending habits, both before and after the breakdown of her spiritual marriage to Kody, have been extensively scrutinized, and now, more than ever, viewers are beginning to suspect that something fishy was going on behind the scenes. What exactly was happening with Janelle's money? Was this a desperate gesture of independence, or a rash financial gamble motivated by mental turmoil and uncertainty? And did Janelle's breakup with Kody Brown simply expose years of questionable mistakes she may have sought to conceal? Buckle up, this is the stunning reality about Janelle's $82,000 mobile home and the shady spending trail it uncovered. Let us rewind the clock. For years, Janelle was portrayed as the Brown family's practical and financially astute wife. She worked, budgeted, and appeared to take pride in her independence, which contrasted sharply with Christine's emotional depth, Robin's drama, and Mary's frequent sentiments of exclusion. However, as the family began to dissolve, so did the public's impression of Janelle as the stable member. Throughout the later seasons of Sister Wives, it became evident that money, particularly money related to the enormous Kody Pass property, was becoming a major source of contention. Fans were astonished when Janelle stated she had purchased a $82,000 mobile home to park on the still unbuilt Kody Pass land. Was this actually a good idea? Was she acting impulsively? And, more importantly, where was this money coming from? The mobile home, while not a mansion, was not inexpensive. Janelle wasn't looking to buy a fixer-upper for $82,000. However, she did not appear to have utilities in place. She lacked essential infrastructure, such as plumbing and septic systems. What's worse? She purchased the RV before any development was made on the land. The purchase was not founded on reasoning. It was an emotional, defiant decision that said, "I'm doing this without Kody." But, at what cost? And had Janelle truly thought it through? Fans were soon shocked to learn that Janelle was not even living in the RV full-time. She abandoned the mobile house over the winter, citing the harsh Flagstaff weather and lack of comfort. That meant her $82,000 purchase went unused for months at a time, which was a significant financial red flag. Some followers suspected that she had used her personal resources to purchase the RV. Others suspected she had used TLC profits or tapped into pooled family funds. In any case, it became evident that this wasn't just a tiny home moment of empowerment, it was the beginning of a series of financial decisions that signaled Janelle's ship was being steered by chaos rather than clarity. But the questionable spending habits did not end there. Long before the RV purchase, there were indications of unusual financial decisions. Remember, Janelle had made large contributions to the family's pooled funds for many years. She contributed funds to Robin's home purchase. She contributed to the family account used for land purchases, bills, and business activities. However, when she finally divorced from Kody, she appeared to leave with nearly nothing. Why? Because much of her money was invested in properties she did not own, such as Robin's home or shared property. She possessed no legal title to anything. No equity. There are no assets to cash out. When it came time to start afresh, she realized she needed to find a place to live quickly. Thus, the RV. Janelle's finances grew even more irregular following the breakup. Fans watched as she moved from the RV to temporary rentals, then back to North Carolina, and then back to Flagstaff. Each move appeared to be costly and unsteady. There is no permanent address. There is no investment. No true home. And, while she spoke about financial independence and taking control of her destiny, her lifestyle suggested desperation rather than empowerment. Meanwhile, she continued to work with Plexus, an MLM health and wellness firm, and promoted products online, leaving admirers wondering if her major source of income was a multi-level marketing scheme rather than steady, consistent wages. Was Janelle truly in control, or was she drowning behind the scenes? Then followed the Kody Pass revelations. Viewers were reminded that Janelle had invested thousands in the Arizona property that Kody had promised would become a shared paradise. However, years later, nothing had been built. No house. There's no infrastructure. It's all weeds, fencing, and broken dreams. And now, with the family split and Kody focusing entirely on Robin, Janelle's odds of ever seeing a return on her investment appeared minimal to none. Did she ever believe she'd be left with the bag? Did she ever think she'd be sleeping in an RV while Robin relaxed in a $900,000 home? The contrast was brutal and telling. The most stunning event, however, was Janelle's admission that she might never return her investment in the family. "I don't know if I'll ever see that money again," she remarked on television, her voice shaking. That single phrase told fans all they needed to know. Janelle had squandered her way into financial trouble with little to show for it. Her investments were based on failed promises. Her savings had been depleted by reckless purchases. And her $82,000 RV? A symbol of defiance quickly became a cautionary story. Critics started to pour on. Was Janelle truly financially responsible, or had she been making poor judgments all along? Some fans recalled her defending Kody's spending, even though it was plainly slanted in Robin's advantage. She never objected when money went to Robin's renting or her large mortgage. She did not push for equity or to have her name on any titles. After the breakup, she was left to start from begin, with no assets, no land, and no clear plan. Meanwhile, Robin remained silent and protected in her luxurious home. To make matters worse, Janelle started publicly justifying her decisions. She claimed that the RV was a stepping stone, not a mistake. She stated that she chose tranquility above stuff. However, many viewers saw it as a cover-up, an attempt to save face, while the truth behind the scenes was far more terrible. And, with her children separated and her relationship with Kody shattered, she clung to the belief that independence was worth the sacrifice. But was it? Let us be clear, Janelle is not a villain. In fact, many admirers continue to respect her tenacity and refusal to grovel. But admiration does not change the realities. Her spending habits, particularly the $82,000 RV, now appear to indicate deeper financial irresponsibility. Whether motivated by pride, disobedience, or misplaced belief in Kody, the end effect was the same: Janelle was left financially vulnerable. No house. There is no legal claim to land. No real estate portfolio. In addition, she did not want to live in a mobile house. And, while some believed she might recover, recent updates have revealed no progress. She is still in transition. Still uncertain. Perhaps she is still paying the consequences of her self-empowerment decisions. But fans are beginning to ask the difficult questions: was Janelle ever financially independent? Or was her confidence a cover for years of joint accounts and hidden assets? Did she give up her future stability for devotion to a failing family structure? And now that she's free, will she rehabilitate, or will the ghost of that $82,000 mobile house haunt her indefinitely? The RV eventually became a symbol of all that went wrong, rather than of freedom. It was a dazzling maneuver that disguised the truth. Janelle, like so many other women in toxic relationships, had given too much for too long. She donated her money, trust, and labor. When she eventually attempted to assert her independence, she paid a high price. It is unclear whether she will regain stability. But one thing is certain: her spending habits, which were once regarded as prudent, are now being scrutinized in a much more critical manner. And fans will never see that $82,000 mobile home in the same way again.